channel. You have come on because you want to know how my journey has come along thus far. This is the fourth week, but I'm going to give you a recap of the third week so you can see what I've been doing in order to succeed at my goal of becoming a millionaire in 1 year. Okay, so here we go. I have written the things down so I don't forget. The first thing I have done is I started collecting food from my church to save money. Okay, so I'm on this journey and I also want to be healthy, so I'm eating vegetables and fruits and all of that, but they're costly. As you know, organic foods, oh my gosh. So what I did was my church gives food out to the community, and I found out that they have food left over after the whole distribution that at some point goes to waste because there's no one to take them because they get food every week. So I was like, dude, I can go and ask the people in charge if they can save me some food so I can pick up. That way I don't have to go to a grocery store. And so I contacted the guy and he was like, Nicolette, with pleasure. I was like, oh my gosh, you're so cool. So like every Sunday after work, I stop at the church and I collect my bag of foods. Like last week I had strawberries, avocados, grapes, grapefruit. I had cherry tomatoes. I had so many things. And this other lady gives out bread, fresh bread from the bakery. And I'm like, and she gives that out to the church members actually. So I was like, oh my gosh, I will get that too. So I'm already on this health journey anyway. So I was like, this is going to work out for me. Not only am I saving money, but I'm also eating healthy because this is organic food. So that's the one thing that I've done to save money. I don't even go to a grocery store anymore. They give food at church, so then I eat food at church Saturdays, but during the weekday I have to cook or buy food, like food, but not, anyway, you know what I mean. So that's one way that I'm saving money. Okay, next one is I completed Gina's 14-day challenge. So the 14-day challenge was how to record my online classes. I didn't know how to do that. I found out the free class, I was doing it, and I completed it. So now I have the whole course layout that I can now sit down and do the videos. So I'm excited about that. I was supposed to start this week, but I'm in LA. As you can tell, my surroundings are different. So I'm actually in Hollywood, and so I can't do it this week. I actually can't do it next week either because I'm working the whole week night shift, and I'm actually working for my preceptor as a nurse practitioner. So that week's gone. So February will be the week that I start recording. So that's something that I completed to get me going there. The next thing I did was I started doing Sudoku every day to strengthen my mind. So one of the things that I was doing was I was reading articles and they said, you know, you have to strengthen your mind. And they say Sudokus, I think I'm saying that right, strengthens your mind. Well, I want to have a strong mind so that I can put it to work so I can get all these great ideas to know what to do to make my business thrive. And so I'm like, I need to exercise my mind in the same way that I'm exercising my body. So I decided to do Sudokus, and I do one every day. And it's actually really good because I don't play games, I don't watch television. So there's a lot of things that, like downtime, that I don't get, you know, that other people do. So the Sudoku is kind of like a fun downtime thing to do, but it's also very good for your brain. So that's that. This keeps turning off, sorry guys. So the other thing I started to do was start piano lessons. So that's not really part of the journey, but I had always wanted to play the piano, and they gave the opportunity at church for free. Well, it's not really for free, but it's $100 for the whole year, and this guy is like superb. He plays in Carnegie Hall. He has so much talent, and he has his own piano school where he makes pianos or refurbishes them or whatever. Anyway, so I started piano lessons. I do it every Tuesdays, and I think it's going to help me also because it'll be a way to like detox kind of, because they say music does that for you, and it also will help my brain because they say if you want to have a healthy brain, you need to teach yourself something new every day, like taking up a new hobby such as music lessons or learning a new language. So I'm doing the music lessons, so that's also going to help me with my brain. The other thing I started last week was I started commenting on alert posts about failing school. So This I learned through Angel. So what she said was like to kind of get yourself out there so people could know you. Um, find ways to um, like respond to different posts. So I get alerts from about my topic. You know, my topic is learning and tutoring. So I find posts about my topic and I read the articles. And these are magazine articles, newspaper articles, posts from different sources. And then I read it through and then I comment either on the website itself and then I repost it onto my social media. I find that this is so good because it helps me become a little more versed in my subject area because there's a lot of researchers out there that I don't know about because I'm not researching them myself and I'm not reading up on them, I should say. And so this kind of is helping me so that if I ever have to talk about, you know, what I'm doing and what's out there, I'm not only talking about my topic, but I'm also well versed about what's happening in the education world, right? So that's something that I'm doing that's really helping me, and I actually like it. I haven't seen the fruit of it yet. Like, no one has ever been like, oh, thanks for the comments. Not yet. But I just started last week, and I continue every week to do that, okay? So the other thing that I have done, which is a kind of sad, but I had to because it cost way too much money. So you guys remember how I was raving about Krav Maga? It got me to the shape and size that I am now. I lost like, I don't know, 10 pounds, I guess. But I love my size. I love this weight. And it's made me stronger and more energetic. I was already energetic, y'all, so kind of made me hyper, but it's all right because I know how to keep that under control, y'all. Okay. So anyway, but I had to quit because it was just too much money. It's like $50 a week. Okay, so it was $600 in December when I started it. Okay, and it was for 6 weeks, so it was like $100 a week. And they're like, okay, we'll give you a discount. It'll be $50 a week. That is still a lot of money because of the business, I'm not always able to go every day. So sometimes I'm able to go 2 times a day. I'm sorry, 2 times a week. So $50 a week is a lot for the gym. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go running. I haven't started to go running yet, but I will. So I was like, this year, I already have the knowledge. For now, I'm going to quit. I'm going to restart in July when I start my summer camp because I'm going to use the knowledge of the defense classes to apply to my summer camp to improve that business. So, but sadly enough, I did quit that to save money because the bill was a little too much for me. Okay, next thing I did was I went over and beyond with a client. So I gave you the testimony. I had a client who passed her NCLEX. And I found out about it because I reached out to her for New Year's, and then she connected me with this lady that wasn't a student of mine, but also had similar problems. So I went over and beyond, and one of the things that you have to do is to actually go over and beyond for people because that gives you credibility, that gives you it gives you a fan base. And so like the lady was raving like, oh my gosh, so I'm so grateful, so thank you. I'm like, dude, I could have done that for any friend of mine, so why not do it for someone who is a potential client or someone who can talk to potential clients about me, right? So that was one thing that I would have done it regardless, but I put that in one of the things that I did because it does have to do with my business. Like I go over and beyond for people in general, but it so happened that this is someone who can get me clients. The next thing that I did was I spoke to a gentleman at church who to me is a mastermind. So this guy is a person that I find has a mind for business. Like when I was growing up in church, I always saw him at a desk on a calculator putting in numbers, and he's always thinking about ways to do fundraising for our church, for our school, our church school, so that we can raise money. And he has just the greatest ideas, and they mostly always come through, and he is able to produce to get a profit from them. So I was like, you know what, I need to get with this guy. And so I reached out to him and I told him, I need to talk to you. And I spoke to him just Saturday, telling him that I would like to run by him some of my ideas so that he can kind of rehash them and see, what is good, what is not good, and how he can think through some of of the ideas that I have and maybe give me some more ideas, right? So I think that's a great thing that a person should do. You should always run your ideas by someone who you think has a greater mind capacity than you do, and are a little bit more business oriented, or they are just better at whatever it is that they are better at than you are, because that will help you in the long run. Okay, then the last thing that I wrote that I did last week was I spoke to a gentleman also in my church named Richard. He is a well, he works with film, he works in radio, he's a financier, like he does so much. But I reached out to him and I was like, you know what? I need your help to help me to get to where I need to go. And he's like, okay, we can get there together. So through the year, we're going to work together. One of the things he's going to help me with is the film. So promoting my business by doing like a little blurb or video, something about what I do so that I can put it as advertising. So I had reached out to a lady and she was $6,000. Guys, I don't have $6,000. I actually had my first client of the year Sunday, which will be in next week, so we'll talk about that. But I'm not making money yet, so I don't have $6,000 to give. Like, when I do, and if Richard is not as, great as I would have liked him to be, then I might venture out and reach out to this woman and have her do another video for me. But for now, I'm going to work with people who are a little more cost effective, that I can work with, who can help me and I can help them, so that we can do business together and it's not going to break my bank and empty out my pockets completely, okay, because I don't have, yeah. Anyway, so that is where I am right now with my journey. So far, no money has come in yet, but I'm still working on it and I'm working hard at it. So at the moment, I'm in LA, and I will talk about that next week. So stay tuned to find out what I'm doing here so that you can see how this is going to play into my journey of being a millionaire in 1 year. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe and click on the bell so you can get notified whenever I post videos, which is going to be every week, but I might do it a few times in a week. Who knows? All right then, see you next time. Bye.